Oh, yeah, big booty. Oh, yeah, big booty, big booty, big booty. It's 7 o'clock Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It is Saturday night, and it is the return of The Grid. I'm your host, Nelson Velazquez, and tonight we Three Moo are going to be holding down the grid. Let me get the other members of Three Moo to turn on their cameras and wave at their adoring public. How are y'all doing this evening?
Good, good, good.
Yeah, good to see y'all. Who is Three Moo? Three Moo is Ron and Lisa Szanyi, along with Nelson Velazquez, and we're going to hold it down. We are the longest running members of the grid, and will continue to be so throughout the rest of this year. So we're happy to have you join us this evening. What is this evening all about? Tonight, we're going to be performing improv comedy based off your suggestions. Yes, your suggestions. We're going to play some games. It's going to be a lighter show this evening. We are going to head out to go see Los Improviachis up in Chicago at some point tonight. So we're going to keep this short and fast and tight, just like I can't say that joke. Wow, it was a good joke, I promise you. Anyway, with that said, we're going to be looking for some things from you in the comments area. Yes, comments area. What are some of the things that we're going to be looking for? Well, number one, we're going to be looking for objects. Yes, lots of objects. Objects around the house, in your car, or under the grave in front of you. Number two, we need some locations. Some people might consider a location like I don't know, a grocery store, or the IRS audit office, someplace like that. That's what you want to give us. Next thing you want to give us is a destination, a place to go, not a location, but a place to go, such as maybe Las Vegas, Cancun, or Ron and Lisa's house. Always a destination, an adventure. And finally, we need an event that all relationships go through, like the first date, or announcing the relationship to their friends, something that every relationship goes through. Because we're going to be doing a bunch of games this evening. Tonight, we are going to end tonight by defending the honor of certain objects in a game called Southern Lawyers. Before that, we're going to explore Ron and Lisa's relationship, and I'm going to provide some context behind it in a game called Yo, I Know What Up With This. Before that, we are going to see what Ron and I have to say to each other in a game of He Said, She Said. Prior to that, we're going to play a classic game of New Choice. New Choice, we're going to play that. But to start things off tonight, you know what we need? We need to reminisce about our younger days, yes, when we were sprite and full of vigor. And we did a lot of dumb things, and we got a lot of college nicknames. Yes, we did. We went to many a college between the three of us. And I'm going to look into the comments right now and see what I can pull up for a list of items is what we're going to be looking for. And I think we're going to go with Toaster. Back in college, my nickname was the Toaster.
Back in the Betty Crocker College, I was known as the Toaster.
Why?
Why is that?
Because I would always pop up unexpectedly.
Hey!
Oh.
Nelson, back in college, my nickname was the Toaster.
Why?
Why?
Because if you messed with me, you got burnt.
Oh. Lisa, back in Pillsbury College, my nickname was the Toaster.
Why?
Because I kept dropping it while it was hot.
Whoa, Lisa, damn. Damn, Lisa.
Ron, back in the College of Kitchens, I was known as the Toaster.
Why?
Because I was always getting left on the counter.
Whoa. Nelson, back in college, my nickname was the Toaster.
Why?
Because everyone tried to plug into me.
Ooh.
You poor baby.
I know. It hurt. It hurt so much.
Ron, back in Martha Stewart College, I was known as a Toaster.
Why?
Because I was always in the need of some bread.
Oh, nice. Speaking of Martha
like
Stewart, Martha Stewart is known for a lot of products. She's including sneakers. Back in college, my nickname was the Sneaker.
Ron, back in Converse College, I was known as the Sneaker.
Why?
Why?
I was kind of squeaky.
Hey,
Oh.
Nelson, back in the College of Reebok University, I was known as the Sneaker
Why?
because I used to work out a lot and I used to pump you up.
Oh. Lisa, back in college, I was nicknamed as the sneaker.
Why?
Why?
Because no matter what you would do, I would not run.
Still won't.
Nelson, back in Michael Jordan's school of higher learning, I was known as the sneaker
Why is that?
Why?
because I would go into other teams' locker rooms and then get caught, and then their head teacher would chase me out, and I would have to jump, man.
Oh,
Head teacher in a locker room.
okay.
Okay.
Lisa, back in college, I was nicknamed as a sneaker
Why?
because I was always hiding in the bushes.
What?
I thought that was Robert.
It was
Right.
Robert.
Back in Indiana State, I was known as the sneaker
Why?
because I was laced up pretty tight.
Yes, you were.
Oh,
Yes, you were. Back in Second City School of Sneakerdom, I was known as the sneaker.
why?
Well, because I was part of a very special group that had a special shoe. It was called the Yes and One.
Oh, I never had those.
Me neither. Speaking of never having something, let's keep it going with our suggestions here. Let's go with, how about a painting? A painting. Back in college, you
Painting.
used to call me the painting.
Lisa, back in college, they used to call me the painting
Why?
Why?
because I had many layers.
Oh.
Wow.
Ron, back in Bob Ross College, I used to be known as the painting
Why?
because I did things by the numbers.
Oh, nice. Nelson, back in the medical school of artistry, I was known as the painting
Why?
Why?
because I had a medical condition and I was always dripping.
Oh. Ron, back in a Snoop Dogg college, I was known as the painting
Why?
because I was always rolling one up.
Oh, Lisa, back in college, my nickname was the painting
Why?
because I was always hanging around.
Oh, nice, nice. Nelson, back in the College of Famous Painters, I was known as the painting.
Why?
Well, because I would always lend an ear.
Oh,
I get that.
nice.
Ron, back in college of the crime paintings, I was known as the painting.
Why?
So I was always getting framed.
Oh, nice, nice. Last one tonight. Let's see here. We will go with a mirror. Back in college, my nickname was the Mirror. Nelson, back in Jesus Christ, the 200-meter dash school of running, I was known as the Mirror
Why?
because I was Quicksilver.
Oh.
Ron, back in clown college, I was known as the mayor.
Why?
So whenever I was there, it was a fun house.
Hey!
Lisa, back in college, my nickname was the Mirror
Why?
Why?
because if you broke me, you had 7 years of bad luck.
Wow. Nelson, back in the psychologist school of understanding, I was known as the Mirror
Why?
because I felt like I was always reflecting on my patients.
Oh.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
Ron, kind of like what Nelson said. So back at the same college Nelson went to, I was known as the mayor.
Why?
So I was so shy, I'd often look in it and go, "Do you see what I see?"
Aw.
Nelson, back in college, my nickname was the Mirror
How's it come?
because I spent a lot of time in the bathroom.
Okay.
Lisa, back in college, my nickname was the Mirror
How
Why?
come?
because I kept fogging it up.
Oh, and that's it.
hey, after that last game, I saw a lot of you typed in new choice. So that's the game we're going to play now. All right. So my two actors, Nelson and Lisa, please come up.
Yeah.
They're going to do a
Hello.
scene in a moment. And while they're doing that scene, I've been around both of these people quite a long time, and sometimes I don't really care for what they say or do. And this is going to give me control to make them make a new choice.
Whoa.
If they say something or do something I don't particularly care for, I just want to amuse myself, I will say, call out their name and say new choice, and they will have to come up with a new choice, which will then be reflected in the scene. Players, you got it?
I
Got it.
think I understand.
New choice, Nelson.
I think I will do great tonight.
Okay. Nelson, also give me a destination.
I'm looking at our list right here. Destinations. The center of a rainbow is what I have.
Yeah.
I will take it. Players, you are at the center of a rainbow. Are you ready?
Yes,
Ready.
sir.
Begin.
Just wrap this around it.
I can't. It keeps moving depending on the way the weather works.
What? How are we going to capture it then?
I don't. Did you bring your magic lasso from the Amazonian women, the ones we ran into on the way
Nelson,
here?
new
Of
choice.
course I did.
Did you
Nelson, new
capture
choice.
did you capture your magic lasso from the Republicans we ran into on the way here?
I'll take that.
Okay, yes. Yes, I took it from them. I don't like them, but I took it anyway.
Good. Thank you. Use that, and then we can get out of here. Because if we get this, we're gonna be rich.
I love being rich, but more
Lisa, new
so,
choice.
I don't really want to be rich.
Lisa, new choice.
I already am rich.
Lisa, new choice.
I'm not sure what rich is.
Oh, come on. We talked about this. Rich is enough so that you can pay off all your debts.
Oh,
Nelson, new way to be upset with what she said.
Yeah! Come on! Rich is the way for you to pay off your debts.
Nelson, more demonic.
Rich is the way for you to pay off your debts.
I do want to pay off my debts. I'll admit that. I do. But if we take all of the rainbow, that leaves nothing for anyone else.
Lisa, new item to fan yourself with.
If we
No,
take
new item,
all of,
Lisa.
if we take all of the rainbow, then that leaves nothing for anyone else.
You know what? I have to hand it to you. I didn't think about that.
Nelson, new pun. Nelson,
You
new
know
pun.
what? You know what? You got to slap me silly because I wasn't thinking at all about that. I was not thinking.
Really, do we want the rainbow or the pot of gold?
The pot of gold.
Okay, so
All right.
we track down the pot of gold and we fill our pockets.
Lisa, new choice on what you're going to fill.
We track down the pot of gold and then we fill our mouths.
We have to
With
eat
gold.
it all?
No, you don't eat it. You just hold it in your mouth. It's like you use your mouth as a wallet.
You were pretty specific. You said bowels.
I said no. Did I say bowels?
You sure did.
I meant to tell you that it's time to renew our vows.
Okay. Something
So we-
fishy's going on here. Are
If
you
we happen,
New choice, Nelson.
okay? Something ridiculous is going on in here.
No, new choice.
You know what? I think that you're plotting to kill me
why would I kill you? Look,
because you want the money. You want the money for yourself. That's why.
I bought Elvis to renew our vows. He's gonna remarry us.
Okay, you're acting strange, but I'm willing to go through this. But you got to sign this prenup.
Sign something else.
You've got to sign my tax lien on my house.
Sign something else.
You've got to certify that I am sane to be held in contempt of court if that ever
Oh,
comes
that's
up.
so true. That's scene.
That's so true. great new game for you. But you know how sometimes you're listening to a conversation and you think what they're really thinking, but they never say it? Well, in this game, I'm going to say it for them. All right. So, can I have my actors up, please? Ron and Nelson. Hi, guys.
Hey.
We're gonna get a location, and then you guys are gonna explore that location. Already. All
Okay.
right. So, Mr. Tech, can I get a location, please?
I will look at our locations, and I think we're gonna go by a floating island.
We're gonna go by a floating island. Now, remember to pause in between your comments, please.
Yes.
Begin.
It's not quite the getaway I thought it was going to be.
He had hoped for a more intimate getaway.
Well, the brochure said that this is going to be full of excitement and arduous connections.
He knew that he bought the cheap excursion.
You know, we could make this a lot more intimate if maybe we took our clothes off.
He said, hoping that he was already half nude.
You already took your pants off.
But he hadn't noticed.
Took you long enough to mention it.
He wondered why he wasn't flirting. He usually flirts all damn day.
I'll be honest with you, man. I've had a lot on my mind.
Who he's thinking about is not his partner.
You know what? I think perhaps maybe there's someone else on this island that you're more interested in.
He didn't want to say it was so, but he was actually hoping to meet the queen of the island.
Okay, I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, but it's Margaret Thatcher.
He always had a thing for Margaret Thatcher.
I knew it. I knew you and Maggie had something going, and I was going to give you half of my scone, but now I'm not.
He wasn't really going to give him half the scone, so he shoved it all in his mouth before he
Oh,
could
come
share.
on. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm starving over here.
He was really starving for love and affection, and he hoped that Maggie could give it to him.
You take care of that before you screw me over.
He really didn't feel screwed over. He doesn't like to share.
I'm sorry. It's just that I knew that if I told you there was someone else involved in this, that you might back out of it, and then I'd have to go alone.
He didn't want to go alone. He fears a lot of things.
You know, if you'd have been nicer, you might be getting some tea right now.
He wasn't ever going to share his tea, but he does like to taunt his friend.
You've had a magic lamp this entire time?
He was hoping for at least one of the wishes.
Oh shit, I drowned the genie.
He did it on purpose because he wanted to be stuck on the island with his love.
Oh my God, that's like 25 years bad luck.
He had no idea how many years bad luck. He just wanted to punish his love.
You're just saying that to be mean. Why don't you just go frolic with, Margaret?
As he waved his butt at him.
Is that what we're resorting to? Come on. I've invited you so that you can share this love with me and hopefully get a few days off from work.
And then he waved his butt back. And it then excited him.
You know what? That's the last time you're going to get to see my bare butt, bucko.
He hoped it wasn't true, but he said it.
Yeah, I said.
Look. We're almost there, and let's just wait and see what I set up for you.
He started to reach out to hug his friend.
Wait, once I see it, we'll see where we're going to go with this.
He wanted to make sure that it was real and not fake like last year.
Here, take my binoculars and look yourself.
He handed him the binoculars, but he left the caps on just to play with him.
Fine, what happened to me?
He does this every time, and he knows that now there's black rings around his eyes.
And you fall for that every single time.
He wondered why he loved him, but now he knew. They were just meant to be together.
You are so funny. I bet Margaret's a joke too.
He knew she wasn't, but he was going to play it off so they could have a romantic evening.
She's been dead for over 30 years. I have her bones for you.
He said with joy as he jumped up and down.
That is effing creepy, dude.
He said, but he was really joyful, and he started flailing his arms all around.
Hey, if it's not creepy, it's not deepy.
As he reached over to plant a big smooch on his best friend's face that he would hope would re-love him again.
Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can.
He knew he couldn't catch him because he ran so fast. So he ran in circles so his love could catch him.
It's just a shh.
Oh no! Another one bites the dust.
You can
And
come
that
out, Margaret.
scene.